Good morning. This is K. Srikanth, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, ISL Engineering College. Now we are continuing our session with microwave techniques. Now before we normally go with the techniques, let us first of all go through the topics in the Unit 1. So Unit 1 contains, it is going to be called as guided waves. So microwaves are transmitted through a guided medium. So when a microwave transmitted through a guided medium, it comes under a guided waves. Now we have directly straight away the syllabus has been started with the propagation of TE, TM and TEM waves between the parallel planes, and you have to find out the velocity of that propagation wave and wave impedance attenuation in the parallel plane guides. So now straight away he went into the analysis of the Maxwell's equations. Straight away in the syllabus he went into the analysis of the Maxwell's equations. Now we cannot really go straight away. So before we normally go with that, first of all we are going to start with the electromagnetic wave equation. So now the basis for this electromagnetic wave equation has come from the antenna, because antenna is going to radiate a EM wave. So therefore let us try to, in this session we will try to cover these topics. Now these topics contains our topics also, Unit 1 topics. First topic we go with the electromagnetic waves. What is the EM wave? Because throughout the entire subject, entire syllabus, we deal with only the EM waves. So that is why it is always better for all of us to understand before we go into doing some analysis on the EM waves. One should understand what is a EM wave. Then next we are going to have waveguides. So we are normally going to transmit the EM waves through the waveguides. So therefore we are going to deal with the waveguides as the next topic. After that we deal with the actual syllabus, that whatever we have. So that means parallel conducting planes, EM wave equations and propagation of TE, TM modes between the parallel planes and all. So first of all we start with the EM waves. What is the EM wave? As we discussed earlier, EM wave is defined as a form of an electromagnetic wave radiated in the wavelengths between as long as 1 centimeter to around as short as 1 millimeter wave. So a 1 millimeter wave can be called as a electromagnetic wave. So that is what the basis for whatever we have. Now here I just gave you some history behind going to these EM waves. So after the proposal made by the Maxwells about the existence of the EM waves in the electromagnetic spectrum, then the Hertz has proved that whatever statements made by the Maxwells are all correct. So now he made one experiment. He has considered two blocks. One is going to be the source, another one is going to be the receiver, and he has connected them through a wire. Now the source is going to first of all radiate energy, and the space between these two, source and the destination, which are separated by a some meters distance, and the source, red one is a source, blue one is a receiver. So source is going to radiate a signal, and that signal is received by a receiver. And he conducted this experiment, and every time what he found is whatever wave that has been transmitted by a source has been received by the receiver in this particular type of the experiment. And with this experiment he concluded that the electromagnetic waves are going to exist in the free space or in the open space. So with this experiment he has simply considered that. So when the oscillation frequency of the transmitter and the receiver matched, then what happens? Hertz concluded that energy transformation occurs between them. So here when the frequency of transmitter and frequency of receiver are going to be same, when both of them are operating at the same frequency, then definitely the receiver is going to receive the signal which has been transmitted by the transmitter. It is something like a simple situation, like a usual situation, like a consumer and a producer problem. There is somebody to produce, there is somebody, consumer and producer problem. There is somebody to produce some items, and there should be some consumer who is going to consume the items. So that means this is red one is going to produce the signals, and this blue one is going to consume the signal. Then after that the signal is connected via a line, via a wire to the transmitter. The same signal has been simply going to come forward. So like this he has conducted an experiment and he concluded that the electromagnetic waves are going to exist in the free space. Then next come to Hertz. Finally Hertz is going to hypothesize the energy transfer was in the form of waves. That means he made a hypothetical statement that EM waves are going to get existed based on the Maxwell's equations. So these are known to be the electromagnetic waves. The waves which got transmitted between the transmitter and receiver where the channel is free space, then those waves are known as the electromagnetic waves. So Hertz has confirmed Maxwell's theory by showing the waves existed. So with this experiment he has shown that whatever Maxwell's statements are all going to be correct, and all these EM waves are going to have the similar properties as that of the light waves. So every light waves are going to have the properties such as reflection, refraction, diffraction. So EM waves is also going to have the similar kind of the effects on the EM waves because of the atmosphere. So they had, even though they had microwaves are going to be have different frequencies, but all of them are going to get governed by a basic equation, that is lambda is equal to nu by f. So we have seen this, lambda is equal to c by f. So all the microwaves have to compulsorily govern with this particular equation, and the microwaves are normally travel at a velocity of light in the free space. And this is how an antenna, transmitting antenna, is going to radiate a EM wave. So this particular topic we discussed in the antennas and wave propagation, and where we understood how a dipole antenna is going to radiate a electromagnetic wave at various instants of the time period. That means at t is equal to time period, what happens when a wave is going to get transmitted? So now the dipole is going to have two poles. One is going to be this one, negative polarity, other one is going to be the positive polarity. So dipole means what? Now as the polarity of this the two dipoles are going to vary based on the variation of the input signal. Input signal is a time varying signal. When the input signal is varying, the polarity on this dipole is going to vary. As the polarity is going to vary, the waveform is also going to make the excursions. And once after the wave comes out of the antenna, it will be traveling in the free space. So that is what these particular waves have been shown. Now the source of EM waves is going to be what? Basically a transmitting antenna. A transmitting antenna is going to radiate an EM wave into the free space. Now we have to understand about the propagation details. That means how a EM wave is going to get propagated in the electromagnetic spectrum, in the free space or in the waveguide. So to understand that, we are going with all these basics. Then next, how an antenna is transmitting. So here continuously this is what this red line is known as a transmitting antenna. Now what we do now, this red line is having some current flowing through it. So this current is because of the transmitter side. The transmitter is going to transmit a signal. So what the transmitter will do, transmitter is going to process the signal which is to be transmitted, and the electrical signal, that is called electrical current, will be flowing through the antenna. And what this antenna will do, antenna is going to have the magnetic field also. When the current is flowing through an antenna, the magnetic field is going to get induced around that particular antenna. So this is how the thing we have here as per the Faraday's law. And now here this antenna is normally going to follow various laws, that is called Lenz law. So as per the Lenz law, this current is normal, this magnetic field is normally going to get generated because of the flow of current. So as the current is allowing to flow through an antenna, magnetic field is going to get induced. If a magnetic field is going to be, if the magnetic field is going to be there in the antenna, then the electric field is going to get induced because of this particular magnetic field. So that is what this particular figure is normally going to speak about. So the same thing has been written here. So because the oscillating charges in the rod produce a current. Current means what? Electrical in nature. There is also a magnetic field generated. Okay, around this particular rod, a magnetic field is going to get generated. So that is what the antenna is normally going to give to us. See here what is happening, we have to generate a EM wave at last. What is EM wave? EM wave is due to the propagation of electric and magnetic field. What is EM stands for? Electric field, M stands for magnetic field. So in EM, E stands for electric field, M stands for the magnetic field. So the EM wave is a combination of electric and magnetic field, and hence what we can say finally, EM wave is known as the child of the electric and the magnetic field. Now here, if you transmit only electric field, the magnetic field is going to get induced by the antenna. That means it is something like buy one get one free. If you buy electric current, you are going to get a magnetic field. So by virtue of the antenna's operation, so the nature is going to give us the magnetic field. So due to the existence of electric and magnetic fields, what happens? The electromagnetic field is going to get generated by a transmitting antenna because of this electric field as well as the magnetic field. The purple line arrow is nothing but the current, and the this blue line is going to be, this blue circles is going to be known as a magnetic field. And the magnetic field which is going to get induced is always going to be perpendicular to the electric field which is already induced, which is already there in the transmitting antenna. So the magnetic field is always perpendicular to the electric field, and changing magnetic field is going to produce an electric field, and changing electric field is going to produce a magnetic field. Now these two statements have been made based on the Maxwell's equations. So this is the differential form of the Maxwell's equations. These equations is going to tell about what now? Del cross E. What about we can say now? Del cross E is equal to, what is the equation we have? Minus dou B by dou T. Del cross H is equal to J plus dou D by dou T. These two are the Maxwell's equations. What does it says now? The changing dou B by dou T, change in magnetic field, is going to produce a electric field. Then we have del cross H is equal to dou D by dou T, a changing electric field. What is D? D is the magnetic flux density. D is equal to epsilon E. That is based on the Ohm's law, we can write that. So what is a changing electric field? Dou E by dou T is going to produce a changing magnetic field. So continuously this process is normally going to happen in the antenna whenever we transmit either electric field or a magnetic field. That is the beauty of the antennas and wave propagation. Now here what happens now? The EM wave is going to get generated and propagates in a direction perpendicular to the plane of the electric and the magnetic fields. So always the EM wave is going to get propagated perpendicular to the plane of electric field and the magnetic field. So how it will be like? Let us see in the basic diagram of propagation of the electromagnetic wave. Now see this direction, this is nothing but this direction, propagation of direction, say we call it as a Z direction for example. So the electromagnetic wave is propagating in this direction. For electromagnetic wave to propagate in this direction, what should be the magnetic and electric fields? See this blue colored waveform, sine wave, is known as a magnetic field, and this pink color waveform is going to be a electric field. Now if you observe carefully, the electric field plane, this is the electric field, pink color is the electric field plane. Now if you consider this as a plane, and magnetic field is one plane, is flowing in one plane, and these two planes are perpendicular to each other. Now when the electric field and magnetic field is going to exist in the free space, then the electromagnetic wave is normally going to get propagated, which is perpendicular to the plane of the magnetic and the electric field. So this is also going to be given by the nature. We are not generating an EM wave sorry, we are not generating an EM wave which is perpendicular to the electric and the magnetic fields. It has been given by the nature. That is the beauty of the transmitting antenna and the receiving antenna. So the antenna is normally going to give us this particular facility for us. So the EM wave is always going to be perpendicular to the plane of the magnetic and the electric fields. And whenever electromagnetic wave is there, compulsorily we normally going to understand the movement, propagation of electromagnetic wave in terms of its wavelength. What is wavelength? Wavelength is known as distance traveled by a wave, is normally known as a wavelength. So this is one peak, this is a crust. This is a crust. So between two crusts, the distance traveled by a wave between two crusts or two troughs is going to be known as a wavelength. So we always going to find out the wavelength to process the signals of the electromagnetic waves. Then next. Now next one is going to be electromagnetic waves, a plane wave propagation. Now basically in the syllabus first unit we start with del square E is equal to mu epsilon dou square E by rho t square. It is a three-dimensional wave equation. How can I say it is a three-dimensional wave equation? Because this E can be written as Ex or Ey or Ez if you consider a Cartesian coordinate system. Now based on the coordinate system, E is going to vary. E may be E phi, E rho, okay, E theta. So based on the coordinate system, this E is normally going to change. Now here in our subject, we are more around 60% or 70% of the time we deal with only Cartesian coordinate system. That is why I have given you the basic wave equation represented in terms of the electric field as dou square Ex by dou Z square. What is this dou Z square? This Z is the direction of the propagation of the EM wave. Now we have converted from time domain to the spatial domain. See, the domain is now not time domain. Once the antenna radiates a signal, the signal is going in an unguided medium. Means what? What is the dimension now? What is that the wave is going to travel? The wave is going to travel with respect to time or frequency? No. The wave is normally represented in terms of Z. So therefore it is propagating along the Z direction in the Cartesian coordinate system. If it is going to be other coordinate system, accordingly we are going to write that over here. So dou square Ex by dou Z square, I can write it as, where E I can replace it by Ex if I am concentrating only on the electric field along the X direction. So now what are the mediums we are going to use to transmit the EM wave? The various mediums we are going to use popularly: homogeneous medium, isotropic medium, time invariant medium, lossless medium and no charges medium. So these are the mediums we normally going to use to transmit an electromagnetic wave. Now one more beauty of the EM wave, once after the EM wave is transmitted or separated from a transmitting antenna, where is the source for EM wave to travel from source to destination? Who are making it to travel? Nobody is there. So only the nature has to support. Nature has to support means what? That is what in this time of coronavirus. Now did anybody saw the coronavirus? Nobody has saw. But how many people are frustrating on corona? Everybody are frustrating on corona. Similarly, EM wave. Can we see EM wave? We cannot see a EM wave. But still EM waves are normally going to do all the magic. Therefore, the EM wave is going to get travelled by its own in the atmosphere. How it's going to get travelled by its own? The electric field is going to induce magnetic field. Magnetic field is in turn going to induce electric field, and this mutually the energy is going to get transferred from electric to magnetic, magnetic to electric continuously in the free space. So as the frequency is going to get increased at a gigahertz range, now this signal can travel to the longer distances. That is the beauty of the EM waves. That means therefore EM waves does not need matter to transfer the energy from source to the destination or transmitter to the receiver. So therefore we call that they travel through a source free region. We simply call that EM wave is going to travel through a source free region. There is no source, nobody is there to give some boost to that signal. It is automatically going to get traveled by its own energy. So that is why it is called as a source free region. Because it is source free region, we take in the equation of Maxwell's del cross H, J is equal to 0. Now EM waves are made by vibrating electric charges and can travel through space by transferring energy between the vibrating electric and the magnetic fields. This is the beauty of the electromagnetic waves. So the radio waves are low frequency waves with wavelengths longer than 1 mm.